Okay, alright. Now we can officially start hating on Shattered Space again. Now, I am fucking crazy because I swear to God Shattered Space already released. Um, Bethesda needs to seriously fucking learn that they need to start shadow dropping everything. One of the number one reasons that I praised Fallout 4, and I will say, there's many reasons to praise Fallout 4. This is just one of the big ones I did. They basically shadow dropped that whole game. There was less than 4 months from us finding out that it fucking existed. We knew it was being worked on. Fallout 4. Less than 4 fucking months from, it felt like 1 month, from finding out that the game existed. Like, we knew they were working on Fallout 4, but finding out where it was, who you were, what it looked like, that's what I mean by existed. The first reveal we ever got showing any of that. Less than 4 months later, the game came out. I think less than 3 months later, the game came out. They need to start shadow dropping everything. So Shattered Space DLC, I thought this shit was out. I don't know why I thought it was out. Maybe because I just don't give a fuck. So when I saw the release date trailer, and I want to look up when the trailer came out versus, they basically shadow dropped Fallout 4. I'm gonna look up when was the Shattered Space. So the Shattered Space DLC just came out. Shitty Shattered Space and everything's neon. They're just not fucking creative. And I know I'm defending Veilguard, and now I'm gonna sound like a rage baiter. But if you know my fucking take on Veilguard, then I don't mind shit talking things if there's a reason to. And you know what I mean? I just don't like shit on things just to be a fucking shit talker. If there's a fucking reason, then by all means shit talk. There's a lot of reasons to shit talk Bethesda, and I have loved a lot of Bethesda games. I love Fallout 4. I would defend it a lot. They basically shadow dropped it. So let's see. 3 days ago is the official launch trailer, so I'm guessing that's when I played it 1 day ago. He probably got it early access a couple weeks or whatever. When was the first trailer? Shattered Space trailer. Shadow Space launch trailer. Teaser is what I need. Teaser, but I barely know it. Alright, Shattered Space. Come on, when did we fucking first hear about it? Because it was a minute ago. And the whole thing I'm getting at, it takes me forever to make a single fucking point. I'm not gonna do a whole fucking reaction
it's just to offer
Mr.
my
Matty
opinion,
Plays.
so please take it.
I'm not gonna do a whole fucking reaction to him. I'm just gonna talk over it. So Mr. Matty Plays loves fucking. If you would watch this, you would fucking know who Mr. Matty Plays is. He loves Bethesda, has known Bethesda for a long time, and he's basically the real embodiment of what I was saying just before, where it's if something fucking makes him mad, he has no problem coming out and being angry and being like, this is fucking bullshit. But he's not just going to rage bait, and he's going to give everything its due. He's going to play it, he's going to wait till it comes out, he's going to see if it's any good. He defended Starfield. I could not play more than 10 hours of Starfield. I think I played 18 hours of Starfield, and I'm not kidding you. 14 hours of that gameplay was all within the ship's editor. I mean, I was stoned out of my fucking mind. But still, if that game was just the ship editor and then flying around with some light battles, I would probably pay $40 on it. But if it was just the story, I wouldn't even pay $20. I'd need to get it for $8 or less on a Steam sale. It's just everything around the game is just so fucking shit. And I'm pretty fucking easy to please. I loved Mass Effect 3. I loved the ending. All right? It was not my ideal ending, but not for the same reasons other people are. I'm not going to make this a Mass Effect 3 conversation. I was very satisfied with Mass Effect 3. Retrospectively, but I was satisfied. I even played Andromeda, And I will tell you this, once they ironed out the bugs, Andromeda's gameplay, phenomenal. Andromeda's combat, phenomenal. Everybody's hating on this for being a shitty shooter, and I would actually agree, because here's the thing. Bethesda chose a more realistic aesthetic with Starfield. They chose NASA punk. So they're not trying to simulate a fantasy futuristic world, or at least they weren't trying to simulate like a really technologically flamboyant futuristic world like a Mass Effect, which is really like Mass Effect really harkened back to like 1960s images of the future, but just like with like a much more modern palette and like artistic approach. But like that's what the themes were, like high fucking sci-fi, like hard sci-fi, not like fantasy sci-fi. Like Star Wars is a sci-fi fantasy. I guess you could call it a sci-fan. It's a sci-fantasy, science fantasy. That's what Star Wars is. It's science fantasy. So anyways, now I'm again on another fucking rabbit hole. Anyhow, they chose to make a more realistic approach, so their gunplay should be more like closer to like a fucking Modern Warfare. And I saw a lot of people saying, this is an RPG. It's not a Modern Warfare game. It's an action RPG with very light RPG elements. But it is an action RPG. Emphasis on the action. That's the first word, right? So it should be more like Modern Warfare. If they didn't want to be held to that standard and they wanted to just have a more fun combat engine with powers and shit, then they should not have made it. They could have done a NASA punk. They could have done like the visual style of like NASA punk, but they shouldn't have done that in the gameplay. They should have made the gameplay closer to Mass Effect if that's what they wanted to do. So it's like they want to go, oh, we're a realistic game. But then be like, oh, but we're an RPG. Like, honestly, and I'm just going to say it like this. At this point, RPG is a tagline that Bethesda uses as an excuse for when their games are fucking shitty. Because they don't actually make effective role-playing games. They make turn-your-brain-off sandboxes. And then they say, well, it's a role-playing game. You're playing a role. It's not. It's bad. A lot of it's really bad. So anyways, I've heard Shattered Space isn't good. I'm not sitting here saying it's not good, but even Mr. Matty Plays doesn't think it's good, and he would be the one to tell you if it was good or not, or at least if he enjoyed it. So if he didn't enjoy it, and I'm not saying his word is king, but you're seeing a lot of people who didn't enjoy it, and he says in this thing, I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. I guess I could try to find it, but here's his video. I'm not going to fucking tag it or whatever. Nobody's watching my shit. Here, this is, you know Mr. Matty Plays. Mr. Matty Plays, Shattered Space, go watch this video. Type it in. You can fucking not be lazy. You can go fucking type it in. Watch this video. 22 minutes. Great fucking shit. And basically he says in here that it's like 5 hours long. That's like 6 hours long. And he didn't even rush it. He literally played it like exploring and taking his time and doubling back. Under 6 hours. 3 months. So Fallout 4, we get 3 months between announcing and releasing a full fucking over 100 hours of gameplay game. And now they're using that same window tactic for a shitty 5 hour. And it's not just the length. Like, apparently a lot of people are dissatisfied with this. They feel like it feels like left out content. That's what he says. So my wandering brain, the initial point I was trying to make with all of these bullshit examples and repeating myself multiple times is they need to either really invest in getting back to how good they used to be and making robust content, or they need to shadow drop. I think they should do both. I think they should stop trying to hype up their shit and just focus all of their money, not on all these interviews, on all these fancy fucking trailers. They should focus all of their time, money, energy into just making the content good. When it's fucking ready, hey, guess what's coming out next month? Something we've been working on extensively for the last 4 months to 6 months. without saying shit to anybody about it. And then just fucking release it. Stop trying to hype up your shit. Stop trying to tell people how fucking dope this is going to be. Stop fucking telling me and show me. I want some show don't tell from fucking Bethesda. It's so fucking obnoxious. Like, I'm not kidding you. I don't see myself buying another fucking game. My only hope is I really hope, and I think there's a big possibility. Everybody says I'm crazy. Everyone says I'm crazy. I think there's a big possibility Larian might be getting the rights to work on a Fallout IP. Separate from what Bethesda's doing. Not taking it over, but working on a separate thing similar to what happened with Arcane and New Vegas back in the day. Was it Arcane that did it? I don't give a fuck. No, it wasn't Arcane who did it. Wow. I never played New Vegas. I don't know who made it. Obsidian. Alright. Back with what they did with Obsidian. So here's the thing. Larian said before they made Baldur's Gate 3, or I forget when they said this, but Slunka, I don't know your name, man. I'm sorry. Sven, I believe his name is. Head guy at Larian. He basically said in an interview somewhere that one of the IPs that they were... So, like, when they were hoping to get Baldur's Gate 3, there were, like, a few different IPs that they were kind of equally or close to equally, like, second, third, options of what they would hope they could get their hands on to do a big budget game. And Baldur's Gate 3 was, like, the one that they really, really wanted to do, but they also really wanted a chance at making a Fallout game. And as many of you know, I'm sure, because Fallout's blown up, the first two Fallout games under Obsidian were like, or at least like what became Obsidian, I think, like a studio that died out or whatever. But the first two Fallout games were CRPGs, like Baldur's Gate 3. That's what they were. So Larian would be perfect to like bring us back to like what Fallout was supposed to be. Because here's the thing. Bethesda has made good Fallout games, but they've never really made true, like, the heart of what Fallout started as in a modern style, the way Larian would do it. So we know Larian has all of the success, and people are looking at them. They won Game of the Year, and Bethesda did not, right? So, and here's the thing you have to remember. Microsoft owns Bethesda's ass now. Now, Todd's got a lot of weight, so I honestly don't see Bethesda coming along and being like, fuck you, Todd Howard, you're going to do what we tell you. But I do believe they legally have that right. They have the right to say, we are going to allow any game studio we want to do whatever they want with the Fallout IP. They have the right to do that. I don't think that they would, because Todd carries a lot of weight. They've got a good business. I think we've seen from Microsoft, regardless of like some bullshit decisions, that they try to partner with people and give them a level of autonomy. They don't want to like partner with people and micromanage them. Maybe there's an argument against that. I don't see them pulling rank on Todd, basically. But I do see them being like, hey, Fallout is more popular. Because we know for a fact from Todd Howard that they were not hunting down to make a show of Fallout 4. They were approached. So they had no clue how big Fallout would blow up because of the Fallout TV show. And they absolutely weren't doing the TV show just to hype up Fallout. And I know that for a fact because basically Todd Howard said that. And two, they have nothing planned for Fallout. They would the way that they hype up all their shit years out in advance when they don't have shit to fucking show for it, they would 100,000% be hyping up some fucking Fallout content if they had anything in the works. And we know these guys don't even have a fucking game design doc, so I guarantee fucking to you that the next Fallout game only exists in fucking break room conversations right now. I fucking guarantee you. These motherfuckers do not plan ahead. Alright? So... And I'm not making this shit up. Coming from a fucking head writer at Bethesda who says you could write the next great American novel for your game and people would just rip out the pages to make paper airplanes. That's what he thinks of his fucking gaming fan base. And Todd Howard and other fucking game design people who said that Starfield did not become fun until the 7th year of playing it. These are fucking problematic ass statements. Like, these do not sound like a group of people who know what they're fucking doing. They sound like people who got really, really lucky, captured lightning in a bottle, and have tried desperately to replicate it instead of keeping their passion in the game. And we know that they're that kind of people because they sold out to Microsoft. Wouldn't have done that if they were just content in making the games that they want to make. They want to make money. And what I don't like about Bethesda is, like, they try so hard to look like they're a fucking AA studio, and they try so hard to it's like, again, with like the RPG tagline that they pull out as a fucking excuse whenever their games are fucking shit. They also try to pull out like, oh, well, we're just a little indie studio. We're not that fucking big. Motherfucker, then tell me why your base game, Starfield, that didn't even have a map for its fucking cities. Dude, I have a map of the world in my pocket, and you're going to tell me in the future I can get in a ship and take off like a Cadillac driving out of a state, but I don't even have a city map? Like, what is the fucking logic? What is the world building? You can't give me a wristwatch with a hologram that pops up in game showing me where I am? I'm paying $70 fucking dollars for a next gen game. Todd Howard himself wants to go on live fucking television and say, oh, well, this is a next-gen game, so y'all little bitches might have to upgrade your PCs. I have an outdated PC. It is a 2080 GPU. It runs Starfield, no fucking problem. I don't do all the ultra settings and all that shit. I cap lock it at 60 frames. I do high settings, not ultra. I don't fuck with ray tracing. It looks good. It runs great. It is not a computer-intensive fucking game. It's a poorly fucking designed game. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm going on a rate. This is what I'm talking about. It's okay to rage bait when people are lying to your fucking face and then asking you to suck their fucking dick afterwards. It's absolute fucking bullshit. So even Mr. Matty Plays, who had a sweet little "How are you, Todd?" interview with this fucking douche. And I'm so sick of people acting. This is another thing I don't like about parasocial relationships. I'm so sick of people acting like just because they've met someone and had a pleasant interaction or someone said something nice about them, that they're friends. You're not my fucking friend. I don't fucking know you. I don't think people really appreciate how long it takes to know someone. Also, we're talking about something very low stakes. We're talking about video games, all right? It's not a very big deal. Todd Howard is not like out here fucking saving lives. He's making games for people to play in their basements. I'm one of those people, right? So I'm so sick of like this, how are you? Are you doing okay? I'm not your fucking therapist. We're here to talk about fucking interview shit. We're here to talk about career shit. You make a lot of money, Todd. You have really nice leather jackets, Todd. Don't you remember that beautiful Tesla you got to fucking buy and you fucking sat on a stage with Elon Musk and sucked his dick? You're not hurting for cash. You're way elevated above me in life. I do not care about your mental health issue. I care about why you are shit at making fucking games and you charge me $10 more than the average fucking game that comes out that's better than your game. It is not like a fucking accepted thing that all games are $70 now. You charge me $70 for your game, and then you want to say it's a brand new fucking third part, like AAA fucking game that we all need to upgrade our PCs to even be able to comprehend. Meanwhile, I'm sitting through load screen after load screen after load screen after load screen. Dude, Hogwarts Legacy, the last game that studio made was fucking Disney's Cars. Nobody ever heard of these motherfuckers. They come through. They give you an open world with hidden load screens that makes it feel seamless. On my 2080 fucking GPU computer, outdated as fuck, like almost 6 years old at this point, my GPU is like a fucking i7. It's like a 5900 AMZ or whatever the fuck, right? Runs Hogwarts Legacy without a fucking hitch. You guys do not know how to code your games. That doesn't mean that I need a new fucking computer. And you're charging me $10 more. And I'm sitting through load screen after load screen like I'm playing on fucking Xbox 360. This is poor fucking game design. And it's absolute bullshit fucking behavior. They need to fucking cook longer and shadow drop their shit for like the next 3 fucking years. And they need to seriously shorten their fucking development time. You need to shorten your development time or you need to cook a lot harder. I swear to fucking God. Todd Howard needs to retire. He really fucking does. Just move on to talking on stages with people in California in 90-degree fucking heat wearing a leather jacket. You fucking raisin-ass bitch. Anyways. So yeah, Shire Space sucks. And I'm excited that we can talk about that instead of Veilguard. I don't wish like ill will on Todd Howard. I don't believe in harassing people. Here's the thing. I don't even follow any of these motherfuckers on, like, I don't follow anybody on social media. I don't. So my shit's just words. I don't believe in harassing these people or anything like that. All I'm saying is that if I had this chance to interview Todd, you can be cordial and respectful, but I'm sick of this parasocial relationship thing where it's always extremes. It's either we're friends and I know you, when really we're just acquaintances. And how are you? Are you okay? Dude, you're fucking doing pretty good for yourself. Go get a therapist and they can ask you how you're doing. But I also don't believe in the other extreme of go kill yourself, doxing you, all of that brain rot toxic shit where you should just fuck off and live in a cell. So I'm saying things very aggressively, but I'm very firmly against actually viewing someone as a bad person or trying to contact them. Leave Todd Howard the fuck alone. Let that man live his fucking life. I'm just saying, over the interwebs, consumer to fucking producer or whatever the fuck, peddler, make better fucking shit. One of my favorite videos, I'm going to show you this right now. This is literally, I watch this whenever I'm feeling upset like I am because it makes me feel good.
Baldur's Gate 3! Baldur's Gate 3! Baldur's Gate 3! Congratulations, Lariat!
And the game of the year is...
Oh yeah, what is it, Chalamet?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Shalamalam? Tell us, little Shalamalam. Mwah Hadib. Oh yeah. Dude. So fucking good. Feels so good.
Why are we still here?
And the
Feels
Game
so
Award
good.
goes to...
And here's the thing, it's they can't even tell. It's he genuinely thought he had a fucking shot. And it's so funny because it's we see time and fucking again. You'll see these out-of-touch people be like, oh, nobody wants to play turn-based games anymore. Nobody wants single-player games anymore. Nobody wants narratively thick games anymore. You know what it is? It's as simple as this. Whether you are a fashion designer or an actor or a writer or a photographer or a fry cook or a pizza cook or a YouTuber or a game developer or a musician or a plumber, if you're trying to live your life based off of how you want others to respond to you, so you're trying to predict what's going to make someone want to buy my shit, what's going to make someone like me, my personality, what's going to make someone enjoy working with me, what's going to make someone buy my music. If you dictate what you do based off of what you think you can get from someone, it will backfire in your face. You'll be surprised every single fucking time. You'll be disappointed 90% of the fucking time, falling on your face, trying to read other people's minds and living your life at the whims of this imaginary image of what you think others want from you. But if you do what you want to fucking do as respectfully as possibly and as much as you can, do what you want to do. Make the art you want to make. Make the video game you want to fucking make. You're gonna find people who fuck with it. You're gonna find people who resonate with it. Resonate with you. Resonate with what you feel. because we're all alike in a lot of ways. So you just have to find the kind of group you want to go with instead of trying to be like, I want to be with that group. You gotta find what group you're in. It's like honestly, it's like houses in Hogwarts. It's like you belong to a certain group kind of inherently. You don't really get to decide. And I don't mean that in a sense of like, in like a rigid sense of like, you can't decide if you're into nerdy things or sporty things. I just mean like that kismet of when people fuck with your art and fuck with your personality and want to be your friends. You can't, like, I guarantee you the best friends you have in your life are not the people where you like studied them on paper and be like, I'm going to choose for them to be my friend. And if that is your life, that sounds really fucking weird and toxic and gross and like, bye. Your friends are like the ones where it's like, I never would have thought it, but we just fucking fuck together. Like, I love being around you. I love who I am when I'm around you. That kind of shit. It's almost never the people you expect it to be. Right? And Bethesda's so caught up in thinking that they know what people want and that they don't even know who they are. They don't even know who they want to be. So, I do believe that Xbox is going to... I believe that Microsoft is going to see... I'm pretty sure it's Microsoft, correct? That owns Bethesda. Yes. And then they made a deal with Amazon for the TV rights. Amazon does not own Bethesda. I believe. I'm not looking it up. So I'm pretty positive it's Microsoft. So Microsoft is going to see. It's flat out. They are going to see. I will put it like this. Microsoft is 100% going to see that Fallout's making money now. I mean, how many people do you see streaming New Vegas? New Vegas. How many people you see? I've been seeing people with like less than like 1,000 streamer, like a less than like 1,000 followers, just playing fucking Fallout 1, Fallout 2. Not even like the hip, popular, flashy things for all the young kids, like going to the roots. Like that what that shows you is that people aren't just bought into Fallout as the flashy thing, like, oh, go show me the newest thing and the flashy thing for all the young viewers. There is a wide audience genuinely interested in where Fallout came from and the gritty lore. Not to mention, thank you, Larian, Baldur's Gate 3 has gotten a lot of these kids loving CRPGs and wanting to hunt out more of those games just because it brings you something so unique. I am one of them. I think the closest thing I ever came to a CRPG was like Knights of the Old Republic. I never played the original Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. A little bit before my time. I had strict religious parents. My brother played it. I watched him play it. I wanted to play it. They wouldn't let me, So I just had to play my Wind Waker, which was fire. So, yeah. It got me into CRPGs. So people are getting into CRPGs. And the Fallout show has people getting into Fallout, and people are streaming Fallout 1 and 2. You see it. Look it up. It's happening. Microsoft is going to see this, and they're going to say to Bethesda, hey, we need a Fallout game in the works. That is not a question. We need a Fallout. I guarantee you they're going to give them an ultimatum. They're going to say, hey, in the next 5 years... Scratch that. In the next year, 2025, games, conventions, and shit in the summer, we need an announcement trailer for Fallout to coincide popping off with the second season of Fallout. So the hype is going to come back, and with season 2 rocking on hard, we want a game trailer. So make it happen. And if you don't, we'll find someone who will. I guarantee you that's going to be it. Either pivot and make it happen, or we'll find someone who will. And so Bethesda's going to have a choice. And if it's left up to Microsoft to decide, now here's the thing. If it's left up to Bethesda, I do see them picking someone like Obsidian. Because Bethesda, despite what everybody says about like the whole, what would you call it? There's like a conspiracy theory almost. It has never been said, so it's a rumor. There's a rumor that like Bethesda's bitter as fuck towards Obsidian for how good New Vegas is. I could totally see that being the case, but it's not like a proven thing, right? They would never admit it. They'd never be like, yeah, fuck them because we're jealous, right? But you could see it on Todd's face sometimes, like that Game Awards video we just watched. Fuck, my goddamn toes. But I actually think, I think it's very likely. I think it's very likely that they're like jealous of that. But I think they actually kind of look down on Obsidian. I mean, I think they kind of look down. You see the way they hype up their games. They think they're the fucking shit, dude. They really do think that like a game like Starfield is like on a technical level, the writing, the gameplay, they think it is a next gen game. They do think it's on par with Baldur's Gate 3. They do think it's on par with like Marvel Spider-Man. Like it's none of these things. It is a double A game, dude. If they had sold Starfield for $40, I wouldn't be saying any of this. And I mean that. I would not say a single fucking word of what I've been saying if they sold this game for $40. They would have the self-awareness, and it would change everything I think about this. So Microsoft is going to see the success. They're going to be like, here, so if it's up to Bethesda, I see them picking Obsidian, because I think they definitely are not threatened by Obsidian. And so, yeah, that's just my theory. I'm not going to go into why I like support that or whatever. That's just my theory. I don't think that they're. I think it's kind of like that thing of like, sometimes you'll see people getting upset when someone else. It's like they know that New Vegas is more popular than their Fallout games. They know that a lot of people like it more, but I think they still think it's like better. It's like when a chef makes a good dish and loses a competition. A lot of chefs would be like, yeah, they won, but these judges just have no fucking taste. Like, my food was better. I know my food was better because I know cooking. And my shit was way more technically better and taste way fucking better. These heathens have no fucking taste. They've never cooked a day in their lives. That's how Bethesda feels about this shit. They're like, yeah, New Vegas is more popular. But Emilio said it. Emilio said it in his gameplay presentation. You could write the next great American novel, and they would just tear out the pages and use it to make paper airplanes. That's what he thinks of his fan base. So he does not think that they're necessarily a great judge of fucking story. So they see that Obsidian, but like got a more popular game, but I guarantee you they view it as like Obsidian getting lucky. And they'll be like, so if they have to pick who's going to do a next one, either they'll do it themselves and go, okay, fine, we'll let Elder Scrolls wait and we'll make Microsoft happy. Or they'll pick Obsidian, or they'll pick another studio, a lesser studio, or they'll say, hey, Microsoft, give us a little money, and then we'll, start a little sub studio, and they'll just work on a little Fallout thing just to like get Microsoft off their back, right? They'll probably try something fucking fishy like that. But if it's up to Microsoft, if Microsoft pulls rank, I think Microsoft would pick Larian, because to license them out just to do like a solo game, the way that Wizards did for Baldur's Gate 3 with Larian, because Larian won Game of the Year. So if Microsoft sees dollar bills, they're not into it. They don't give a fuck. And that's just a general thing. Generally with like politics and gaming, whether it's like sex stuff, political stuff, social stuff, women, minorities, DEI or whatever, diversity, equity, inclusion shit, or whether it's like sexist shit in gaming or homophobic shit in gaming. Anytime you see politics in gaming, you have to fucking remember that these game studios are apolitical. Every single one. Bethesda, Ubisoft, EA, all of them. Whoever's making the new fucking... We'll get to that. Whoever's making the new fucking... this is another one that everybody's fucking bitching about. Yotai or whatever. The new Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Yotai. So yeah, everybody's freaking out about Ghost of Yotai.
Gamers are not afraid to speak up when they feel worried about a product, and that is exactly what's happening with Ghost of Yotai.
I hate when people take this take like, gamers are not afraid to speak up. Okay. Guys, we're talking about video games. This is not a human rights violation. This is low stakes politics. So stop acting like gamers are so fucking brave for having an opinion. Alright? Especially when it's a bullshit opinion. So, anytime you see politics in games like this, whether it's actually politics in games or whether you just perceive it that way, you have to remember, all of these game studios are apolitical. They really are. They want to make money, and they will do anything to make more money. That's why Disney pushes all of the people of color gay bullshit in their movies, and then sends it to China and edits all that shit out and doesn't even put those minorities on the goddamn fucking posters. Because they're apolitical, they want to make money, they go where the money is. So every single time that little Miss Vera Dark Titan Media or goes on a conservative rant about gamers are so brave for not wanting to play as a woman because they're a bunch of fucking incel douchebags who have never been kissed before, or every time Otaku wants to go on a rampage saying everything is homophobic and everything's just straight white males, all of this far right, far left, insecure, inflammatory bullshit. Every time this shit's happening, you're the ones making these studios go fucking crazy because they're just trying to decide, okay, is our fan base more conservative incel or more liberal liptard? We need to find out so we can decide if it's going to be gay or conservative so we can make some money. They don't care. They do not fucking care. This is why half of the fucking Republicans that all these Christians vote for are sucking dick in back closets and on the down low. And this is why so many fucking liberals on the far left in politics have guns and are, like fucking are straight as hell and have a ton of fucking conservative beliefs because they go where the money is. So the more that we fucking prop it up, the more we feed into the fucking bullshit machine. So here's basically what they're pissed about. Male characters are being erased from Ghost of Tsushima. No, they're not. No, they're not. Ghost of Tsushima has only had one game. It is not an ongoing series. It has not been ongoing for a decade. You got one game with one character, one time, and he was a man. There was nothing that ever fucking said it was going to stay a man forever. And I guarantee you two fucking things. Well, here's the thing. A guy who knows way more about history, he's like a historian, did a great fucking video on this. Where basically he said two things. It's a 300-year time gap. So once again, the fucking studio making these games is doing their research. Unlike EA over with Assassin's Creed Shadow with all that fucking bullshit. These guys do their historical research. So they wanted to put a girl in the game for whatever fucking reason. It's none of our business. They get to make whatever fucking game they want, right? They wanted to make a female main character, and they put it in an accurate timeline, all right? We don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. We don't know if someone said, hey, we want to do a time jump. We're doing a time jump no matter what. And then somebody was like, hey, well, just so you know, this time jump's actually kind of like perfect because like this is when like more presence of like women started becoming fighting during the times like Ronins and Shonen and all that fucking shit. Also, mind you, the ninja were known for employing women in combat because a lot of fucking combat, a lot of like Aikido and Kendo and all this fucking shit has nothing to do with strength versus strength. It actually has to do with patience, timing, like agility, speed, counterweights, using someone's momentum against them, move like water, all that fucking shit. Shit that fucking women could do. Get 2 sticks. Carve them down till they're smooth. Get all that bark off of them. Hand one to a girl you know. Go out to the yard. No training you. No training her. Sword fight this bitch. I guarantee you, you are going to have to use every bit of your brute strength because you're basically going to equalize it. The moment fucking swords are involved, the only thing that matters is someone's level of training. It equalizes opponents. And this is a historical fucking fact. So chill. Now, it is very likely that they said, hey, for the next game, we want a woman. And then someone was like, well, if you want a woman and you want to stay historically accurate, this is the time period you're going to have to put it in. But here's the thing. That just means they're being respectful. There is a big difference between Ghost of Tsushima to Ghost of Yotai, or however you say it, where it's an explainable reason. They never said this is the story of him. They never said he is going to get tons of games. There is nothing in Ghost of Tsushima that even necessarily indicated that they needed a sequel. Right? So they can make whatever sequel they want. They put it 300 years later, in a time when women started fighting more. When he's dead, that's a respectful way to do it. It's none of our business if they want to make it a game. Who cares? Anytime I get a chance to create a character, I make it a girl. And I know a lot of people have said this, and I'm going to say it, and it's true. I like looking at a female figure in a third-person game when I'm running around doing things. I like the underdog fucking aspect of it. I love Kill Bill. I love a gorgeous, slender girl killing a bunch of men, covering herself in blood. It's kind of a fucking kink for me. I think it's fucking awesome. Ghost of Tsushima is still graphically, like, fucking flawless. Go play it, you dumb fucks. Does everyone really just want a sequel to everything that mimics the first thing perfectly? Now, this is a point that another guy made. Now you actually get more variety. You want to play in fucking 1400s Japan? You get to. You want to play in fucking 1700s Japan? You get to. Completely different time periods. A lot of different shit going on politically and geographically. A lot more variety. And if the only thing that you're focusing on is now you're not playing a character with a penis, then you're fucking weird and insecure and kind of creepy. I don't care what the politics of the voice actor is. Although, if you're going to get mad about this and make it political, one valid thing to actually get mad about would be the politics of the voice actor. Because she tweets out a bunch of fucking dumb far-left shit. She tweets out a bunch of borderline racist shit. So that's a reason to get concerned. Like, let's say this. If a video came out with, like, the developers of the game and the voice actress, and they were like, yeah, well, we really partnered up with her because we love her views on the world. Let's not forget, people who actually try to insert politics into games do it pretty fucking blatantly. You don't have to make up a fucking conspiracy theory for it just because you think girls have cooties, because you smell like fucking armpit sweat all the fucking time and you've never had your dick sucked. People who fucking insert politics in games do it blatantly. If we ever get a video, ever, where game developers come out with this voice actress and champion her and say, we love her politics and we love her views on the world, and we actually wanted her not only as a voice actress, but we chose her because we really wanted this game to be a collaboration between artist and, like, developer, then I would say feel free. If she has had any input on the writing of the game or on the trajectory, wow, I can't talk. I know talk good. the trajectory of her character, if she's had input on that, then yeah, that's a valid reason to be concerned if you don't like her politics. I don't know all of her politics, but I've heard some of her tweets. And yeah, they just sound like, they just sound like the same fucking echoed far left, like straight people suck kind of stuff, which is like, if you don't like politics in gaming and you found out someone like that was a part of the writing staff, valid reason to be like, damn, I'm not going to buy this game and now I'm worried about it. But none of that has happened. None of that has happened. She's just the voice actress. These are the same game makers who gave us a great game before. And now people are just trying to be like, and here's the thing. People aren't even really mad about her politics because nobody brings it up. People are just mad because they don't want to play as a girl. It's as simple as that. Enough said. Done talking about it. Fucking fuck off. It's just weird shit. And fucking hate Xbox. Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, alright. This game's stupid. Gonna play it.
Which is located in the town of St. Rhodes. Have you completed the takeover of the property?
It probably won't be that hard.
This is news to me. I hadn't been informed about inheriting
if I get a
property.
PlayStation 4 controller, it's better.
I see.
A lot of games are better at recognizing.
The problem is,
them as
we've
a
discovered a connection between your house and a previous case I investigated almost 10 years ago. I need you to come to the Wellsmith police station to provide some information and grant authorization to search the building. When you arrive, you can also sign some legal paperwork to formalize your ownership of the property.
I see where this is
Sure,
going.
I can do that. But I'd like to view the property first.
It's gonna wax poetic.
Okay then. I'll be on my way to the town right now. Let us meet at the mansion entrance.
All right,
Okay,
detective.
this is a dope premise.
I'll
I
be
like
there
this premise.
in a few hours.
Okay. See you then.
I like this premise. This detective's gonna die or he's not gonna show up. Prediction. It is all inside your mind. I want to eat that. Fuck. I forgot that I made ramen. Ugh, I'm actually super not in the mood for it. I'm not in the mood for any of the shit I buy. I've been eating too much of the same fucking junk food, and I really want a good comfort meal. Alright. Good burger tonight, I'll tell you that. Move your mouse till it... Whoa, I can see absolutely jack shit. Okay, you know what? We are going to settings. What is the fucking dark brightness on this? Hello? Hello? Okay, word. Yeah, I think y'all can hear this. Okay, it's got a little physics. It's kind of good to know.
From what little time I spent in the House of St. Rhodes, I have only unpleasant memories. Recently, I've started having nightmares, like faint visions. I'm sure they're about my experiences here a long time ago. I spent part of my childhood years in this godforsaken town.
I knew this shit was gonna wax
Until
poetic.
I was forced to leave due to a terrible incident.
My god, so
Well,
cliche.
A massacre.
Oh my-
Several residents were killed.
Oh my god. Yeah, hella cliche.
I need to
But they were all
look for shelter in the rain before I catch cold.
I once lived here long ago. Only horrible memories haunt me now. I had to leave. It was an unfortunate and speedy departure. Because everyone was murdered. Alright, why does it look like I'm looking through glass right now? It's not how rain looks when you're walking through it, but whatever. Oh, I have glasses. Okay, that's a cool mechanic. I fuck with that. I minimized my fucking screen and then didn't even realize. Can't even read this shit. Yeah, this is like pretty
Hello?
atmospheric.
Anyone home? I need a fire. I need a fire to light these candles.
Hell yeah, baby. Let's do this. Please don't give me a fuel meter. I want unlimited fuel. I want it to be all
Candles lit. Maybe Officer Millard was here. I'll need a fire to light these candles.
Well, then how do I do that? I fuck with that. Do I have a fuel source? What the fuck? What the fuck? Do I have to make so much goddamn noise? I don't like that even a little bit. I'm such a bitch. I haven't played scary games in so long. I gotta check out what's upstairs. Watch, it's gonna be nothing. Alright. Is there a way to be less fucking loud? I'm wearing tapping shoes. I would be taking my shoes off at this point. Hello? If this is a fucking... To make this real cliche, I should have a button that just calls out. I hear someone walking upstairs on a fucking rainy night on my property. Hello? I'm walking up slowly if you would like to get away. Well, great. Looks like only the creepiest of fucking... Nice, a map. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, dope. This game's huge. I definitely fuck with this game. It's atmospheric as a motherfucker. It's huge. Look at that. Look at that. It's huge. I'm terrified. There's a church. I don't want to go there. Awesome. I fuck with it. But yeah, this has got to be like the creepiest of, what's the word for it? Squatters. Because it's a squatter up here, right? Positioning all this shit like this. Got a key. He's got maps laying out. I haven't been here in forever. Who's here? Oh, it's Joy. Hey, baby. Hey, cutie. What are you up to? He's not awake, right? Okay. I mean, he went down at about 2:20. I mean 12:20. It's not even 2:20 yet. Totally forgot there's a door back here.
It's locked. This door seems to be the only way to the other part of the town.
Oh, they're gonna make me go and grab the key.
It's locked. It's locked. This door seems to be the only way to the other part of the town. It's locked.
Well, how do I use a
Door
key?
seems to be the only way to the
It's
other
apparently
part of the
not
town.
for that, so... bunch of stairs. That's great. Alright, so fuses. Oh, chains hanging from the ceiling? Like, why the fuck? Strange lights in the forest.